Hello everyone, good evening. This is Vibhana Sheen, and I'm back to do the book reading session. For the book Messages from the Masters by Dr. Brian Weiss, yesterday we did chapter 2, a part of it. The remaining part of it I'm trying to cover today. So here we go. Good. Just float above that memory. Float above. Feeling so free and so light. Floating above now, leaving that time, letting that memory fade away. Now we are going to go even further back, back before you were born, in utero, in your mother's womb. Once again, I'll count backwards from 5 to 1, and whatever comes to you, whatever comes into your awareness is fine. Don't judge it, or critique it, or analyze it. Just experience. This is all for the experience. As I reach 1, be there before you were born, in utero, and see if you feel or sense any feelings, thoughts, or sensations, whether they are physical or emotional or even spiritual. Perhaps you will discover why you are choosing this life of events happening outside of the body. This happens sometimes too. It does not matter. Whatever your experience is fine. Is that okay? Andrea slowly nodded her assent. Good. Take a beautiful breath or two and go even deeper in that deep, deep level again. As I count backwards from 5 to 1, we will go back before you were born, in this life in utero. We will see what you can remember and experience. 5. You can remember everything. 4. Going back before you were born, in utero, in your mother's womb. 3. Whatever comes into your awareness is okay. 2. Coming into focus now. 1. Be there. Spend a few moments in that environment, becoming aware of anything, sensations, physical, emotional, spiritual, any impressions or thoughts. Sometimes you can even become aware of your mother's feelings or thoughts because you are so closely bonded, or even of your father who is close by. Spend a few moments remembering that, re experiencing that. Now, once again, you will be able to talk and still stay in a deep, state, in a deep level, and continue to experience. You will be able to tell me what you are experiencing. What do you become aware of? I asked. Andrea responded with a quick smile, and I immediately knew she had successfully bridged years of time. She had emerged at the very beginnings of her present life. My mom is really happy, she said simply. Her smile never faded. Good, good, I answered, relieved that she was remembering something important. The cameras were recording everything. You can feel her happiness? She nodded yes. Good. So you're really wanted. This is important. What else? What else do you become aware of? How do you feel? I can't tell. Any other impressions or sensations? My mom has a funny haircut. Even before her birth, Andrea was able to observe and evaluate hairstyles. Yes, you can see that? How would you describe the haircut? Funny in what way? Looks like she took a razor and cut it herself. It's real short. My dad likes it that way. She was also aware of her father's feelings, his likes and dislikes. He likes it short like that? Yes, he's real handsome, she added. You can see him? Looking younger now? Good. I'm very glad that you are wanted. They're happy. This is a good environment to come in. They are very excited. Andrea was content to remain in that place, to enjoy once again these wonderful feelings. She did not care at all that time was passing or tape was rolling. Good. Then let's go through the birth. As I count to three, without any pain or discomfort, just observing it to see what you have become aware of through the birth experience. On the count of three, but with no pain or discomfort to you. One, two, three. Go through it. Whatever you become aware is fine. What do you experience? Andrea remained silent for 10 or 15 seconds. Finally, she answered. Dark places. How do you feel now? I did not know where she was, what these dark places were. Like it's not over, she explained. Now I understood. Oh, you're not finished being born. Okay, we can go through it. No pain, no discomfort. Go through, be born now. My mother did not take any anesthetic. She didn't. I come out pink. This was an interesting observation for a newborn. Pink, yes. And you are? Crying. But I'm fine. My mom's fine. She didn't want the anesthetic? She refused it. She didn't want me to be born blue like the other babies. Sometimes a general anesthetic administered during labor can affect the child. I understand. And you were pink, alert, crying. Can you see her now? What do you see? Andrea began to laugh out loud. Waves of amused laughter burst from her. Everybody's happy. She's put in a room with other moms. My dad's my dad's a doctor, but she doesn't get her own room. There was irony in her observation. It's blue outside, she added. It's a sunny day. You are aware of many things, I noted. Many details. Do they bring you to her? Is that how it works? She had she just had me in her arms. It's like I don't leave her. This is the part you remember, the part with her. She's doing okay with you. She's having fun. She's skinny. Didn't put on much weight. Andrea paid a great deal of attention to physical features such as haircuts and weight. But you are okay? I asked. I'm fine, she reassured me. That's a good memory. You're aware of so many details now. Just let it soak in. Being in her arm, how she looks with this short haircut and everything, didn't put on much weight, and you're happy to be there. Good. My dad's so proud he won't shut up. He's bugging everybody. Is he bringing people with him? He won't stop. He's so obnoxious. He's pulling everybody in the hospital to a window to see, to take a look at me. He's so obnoxious. He's funny. He's connected to you very strongly right from the beginning, I remarked, remembering their lovely connection while walking on a winter's night 8 years later. But it is a lovely obnoxious. Very good. Well, once again, you will remember that even after you are awake. I know there are lots more details. You don't have to tell me about all of these details now. There's much more that you can see and become aware of and describe. Everything, colors, the outside the room, the other babies, what your dad's wearing, what he looks like, the whole thing. Just become aware of it. Soak up the love, even if he is obnoxious, it's all love, and that's very good. He maintained that love, and that was wonderful. There's a great deal of happiness and joy. It's wonderful to be received into the world this way, wanted with joy, with happiness, with love. You will remember even more details. Let yourself soak them up. Even more details of the room, of the size, how it's arranged. But the most important of all is the love. Andrea's face darkened. The woman in the bed next to my mother? Her husband just came in. She just had a baby and he wants to have sex with her. In that room? I questioned, surprised at the sudden clarity of this unpleasant memory. Yeah, and she says no, he's not very nice. My mother's not happy. Did she know about this? Yeah, there are curtains between each bed. But this man is very vulgar. But his wife refused. Yeah, she just had a baby. Andrea emphatically explained. I know. My mother is not happy, she repeated. Does he leave? No. Some moments of silence followed. I filled the void. He is not very understanding. You can see the family you were born into is not only much more understanding, but there is so much more for you to look forward to because there is compassion, there is understanding. My neck is heavy, Andrea exclaimed as her head fell onto the arm of the couch. Again, I could hear the television equipment being moved to adjust to her new reclining position. Good. Getting very comfortable now. Are you ready to leave that scene? She didn't answer, so I let her linger there for a few more moments. Or do you want to stay there a little bit longer? Why don't you stay there longer and really go deep? Let your breathing go deep. Your neck is perfect now. You'll be able to rest very comfortably there and focus on the happiness and any more details that come to you. Like the person in the other bed, don't let that affect you in a negative way. That wasn't your family. Experience that a little more and then see the connection to when you were older in the snow. I decided to make some connections for her. The proud father, your father, so proud when you were born, and then these loving walks in the winter. It's all part of the same love, the same connection. What difference is 7 or 8 years? This doesn't mean anything. The love never stops, it's forever. Just see the connections there and spend some time in this state, because this is a very good state to be in, with happy memories. You've been able to take this love that was there from before you were born, because you were aware, even before you were born, of the love that was there, the happiness of your mother, the happiness of your father. You can see all the connections throughout your life, and you're able to bring that love and not only receive it, but you've been able to give it back to others once that you have loved. Andrea was smiling again, soaking up these thoughts. So this has been not only fortunate, you earned this, you deserve this, and there is nothing more important than love. Now we are ready to go farther back. Is that okay? Now she agreed. Good. So just float above the scene above. Now and leave the hospital and the nursery, float above it, and let the scene gently fade away. Imagine now there is a beautiful door in front of you, and this is a door into past lifetimes or into spiritual states, because these are important also, and they may shed some light onto why there is so much love in your life now, or onto a particular person or symptom, or whatever you would like to focus on. When you go through the door, as I count backwards from 5 to 1, you will see a beautiful light on the other side of the door. I can already see it coming through the door around the cracks, Andrea commented. She was in a profoundly deep trance level. You can already see the light? Good. Well, then we will go through the door. There will be a scene there. It may be from an ancient time, it may be a past life. Join the scene. Join it. Go through the door and into the beautiful lights as I count backwards. 5, the door opens, it pulls you, it attracts you. There's something for you to learn on the other side of the door. 4, you step through the door and into the beautiful light. 3, moving through the light, you become aware of a scene or person or figure on the other side of the light. Let it come into complete focus as I reach the number 1. 2, coming into focus now. You can remember everything. 1, be there. If you find yourself in a body, look down at your feet and see what kind of footwear you have on. Whether shoes or sandals or boots or furs or perhaps nothing at all. Look at your clothes, paying attention to any detail. Feel the textures, because it's not just seeing but also feeling. Any of your senses. I'm wearing men's boots, she observed. Men's boots? I repeated. I don't have any for myself. But I'm not a man, I'm a girl. But I don't have boots for a girl because we can't afford it. You can't afford it, so you are wearing men's boots instead? Boys' boots, she corrected. They are like with round toes, and I am embarrassed because I shouldn't be wearing these boots. Because of the boy thing? Yeah, girls. I mean, I should have worn girls' boots, but somehow. What about the rest of your clothes? I have a skirt on, and it's down to the ground. It's dark red with an apron or an embroidery or something on the front part. It's like there is an extra piece of cloth. I have a bonnet. Andrea's eyes were fluttering under her closed eyelids as she scanned her clothes. A bonnet? Yes. And how old are you? 9 or 10? Okay, are there others there around? Anybody else that you become aware of? A home, a house? I wanted to elicit even more details from that time. A sod house. We live in the prairie somewhere. But I don't see anybody else house there. It's just my house. And my boots are my. I have an older brother, and these are his boots. They are the ones I wear now. It's in the plains somewhere. It's west, but it's not Rocky Mountains west. We are in the plains. We are farmers. Andrea was remembering a previous life in the American Midwest. Kind of aching it out there? I added. We have a cow and we have a garden. There is a well and the house is real simple. Good. Now I want you to become aware of your parents. Not just your brother. I'll count to three. See the whole family who lives there. One, two, three. The whole family. Maybe dinner time or sometime. Let yourself become aware of the others now. Everybody standing out front of the house like they are getting their picture taken. Because they are standing like a picture postcard. Good. You can see them now? Except it's my same mom and dad, same eyes. Usually we reincarnate in different relationships, but in this life on the plains, Andrea's parents apparently were the same as in her current life. Sometimes it works out that way. We come around again and again with our loved ones. It often works that way. Your brother, do you see him? I have only one brother and he's littler, but I don't think I know him. You don't recognize him? I can't even see his face, Andrea explained. Are his the boots that you have? I was confused because I thought she had said that the boots were from her older brother. No, there was another brother, but he's not here. He's not the right brother. For the boots? I asked, looking for clarification. Not the right brother for the boots. I got my boots from my other brother, but he's not there. Is he all right? I inquired. I could sense a problem looming. I don't think he is okay. Nobody says anything. I decided to delve more deeply. Let's find out what happened to him. I'm going to tap you on your forehead and count backwards from 3 to 1 and find out what happened to your older brother. 3, 2, 1. Now you can go and remember. The tapping helps to deepen the hypnotic level even more, enhancing memory recall. He was shot, she suddenly recalled. He was shot? I'm so sad. She began to sob, her whole body convulsed by tragic emotion. I know, it's okay. Was it an accident? I don't think so. I think it was an accident. It wasn't an accident. She was sobbing less now. No? And you miss him? My little brother can't remember him. The crying stopped as she observed this detail. It happened a while ago? It happened when he was a baby. When your little brother was a baby? It's okay. But you were older, you remember? Let's go back before he was shot so that we can see him and find him. You can remember? It's okay. This was a long time ago. When I count to 3, go back where he was shot so that you can remember him. Moving back in time: 1 before he was shot, 2 your older brother, 3 before he was shot now, you can remember. Oh God, it's John! It's my brother John! Andrea had found that her older brother in this past lifetime had returned in her current lifetime as her brother John. She was still very sad, but now I could help heal her grief. Now you know, and it's okay because he came back as John. You don't have to be sad anymore. You can see connections and see that he's okay. He's fine. But you missed him a lot then, and it explains a lot about your relationship to your brother John. Actually, I didn't know anything about Andrea's relationship to John. In view of her powerful emotional reaction to his death in their shared past life, however, I assumed lingering patterns and effects would have emerged in their current life relationship. Were you afraid of losing him? He was sick when he was a baby. What happened? He was born premature. Before you? After me. After you. Andrea looked as if she might start crying again. Okay, it's okay now. A lot of things can come together for you now, but John, about life. What are you experiencing now? What do you remember? I'm still sad. I decided to progress her within that lifetime. Let's go ahead in that girl's life. Let's go ahead in her life. It's well after her brother has been shot. It's over. It's after that now. Let's go to another important event in her life. She's older now. It's after her brother. Her face brightened almost immediately. Now I can shoot guns, she proudly proclaimed. Andrea's mood had completely changed. Now you can shoot guns? I echoed. I'm really good. I'm good at great target practice. I can outshoot all the boys, and I have different shoes. Now you have your own? And all the boys are flirts because they think it's cool that I can shoot a gun. You are not so isolated now? I inquired. No, there are more houses. Not a lot, but there's a road, and there are people who come and go. I'm older, it's fun. These are happy memories now, the flirting you skill with a gun. I wanted her to stay with this scene and its happier ambience. They are teasing me, but they admire me, she added. Can you see yourself? What do you look like? You must have been very pretty with all this flirting going on for you. Brown hair, and it's in curls just beyond my shoulder. I have a blue ribbon in my hair, and it's pale blue. And I have a skirt that has a pattern on it, like a little flower pattern. My shirt is white or pale pink. It's just a normal shirt. It's not that fancy, but I feel like my brother wasn't there, so I learned to wanted to feel his pressure, this pressure to be like one of the boys, to kind of take his place. I just want to be able to take care of myself, Andrea clarified. Yes, and you do a good job of that. You have learned how to shoot, to handle a gun as well, if not better, than the boys. What about this flirting, though? Is there anyone that kind of. She cut me off. They are all just sort of yucky. Okay, let's move ahead in time. I'll count to three. Move to the next important event in her life. The next important event. One, two, three. Be there. You're older now. What happens? Thank you, friends, for joining in today for the reading. I'm much happy that people are appreciating this initiative. I'll get back to you tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m., to have the next part of chapter 2. Stay tuned, stay blessed. Goodbye.